I hope you enjoyed yesterday's video where we were outside. Today I'm back inside, and I was going to show you one of the cool new accessories that I bought for our camera. Unfortunately, it has still not arrived. Now, what that accessory is would be a battery handle that goes underneath the camera, and it doubles the capacity of the battery for the T2i. I think that's a pretty useful little gadget to have, but unfortunately the folks who are sending it to me haven't seen fit to put it in the mail just yet. Actually, it is in the mail, and on the 24th, this is the 29th by the way, it had gotten as far as New York. Who knows what happens between, it was fine from China to New York, who knows about New York to Southeast Georgia. Anyway, talking about accessories, there are certain accessories that are worth having, and there are some that just make the camera quote-unquote look more professional. I don't get that. Frankly, I want my camera to be as low profile as possible, and that's one of the beautiful things about the T2i. Now, I can see adding a microphone, and you can see it there. That's it goes on the camera shoe mount, and it gives you better quality sound. Even that might be a little much if you're out and about shooting and you don't want anybody to know that you're making a movie, perhaps. But most folks that are buying these things are recommending some of the strangest stuff you've ever seen. Now, yes, I can understand that a matte box, which would be very important if you were setting up outside, wanted to keep some of the sunlight out of the camera, but just to have it to make the camera look better is kind of silly. Another thing is a cage. Now, you put the camera in the cage, and then it's got a nice little handle and places to mount your microphones and your recorders and all this other stuff. Now, these things aren't cheap either. Some of these cages can run $400 or $500. A follow focus wheel. That's pretty handy. Now, I got to hand it to them. I like the idea of that. But again, that's not something I want to attach to my cage and rails. And oh, and the shoulder rig. Don't let me forget the shoulder rig. You know, we built one for, what, $10? But you can buy them and pay a couple $100 for them. And again, once you've got all this stuff and are carrying it around, it's going to be pretty obvious that you're not just taking pictures of birdies and flowers. So maybe you ought to start looking at getting a permit to shoot. And by the time you get your permit, you may be looking at more than your budget, if there is one, for your picture. So you got to get back down to the concept of just what makes a worthwhile addition to your camera. Now, personally, I think one of those little, what are the loops that goes on the back, I think that's a great idea because you can actually see the monitor in the daylight. Of course, there are monitors that can be had. Yeah, they cost a fortune, and pretty soon you might as well go ahead and just buy some kind of a pro-line camera. But it's all in what you want to do and what you want to make of it. Personally, I just like the camera by itself and maybe a couple extra lenses. So like I said, the kind of accessories that I can see that are valuable, an external microphone perhaps, and a couple of lenses. Other than that, it's just, well, it's just kind of showy, isn't it? Anyway, with any luck, we'll have some of these accessories showing up. What I'm talking about accessory-wise is the battery pack and a couple of lenses. And with any luck and some overseas shipping, they should be here anytime. Anyway, like always, if you're not, just get out there and keep shooting.